Hive Tax AI product demo. For today's demo, we are going to focus on tax return analysis and planning. And after easy, quick sign up, you will access to our platform. From here, you can follow a simple, straightforward process to create a new client and create a new tax plan. Select the client you want to build a tax plan for, and the name, year, and focus. And from here, you can upload up to 3 pieces document. That can be any tax returns for any year or any other document. Okay. The other any other document could be current year financial statement, tax projection, or it could be broker account, a sales transaction, PDF, Word, or Excel. We support all the format. And from here, you fill out questionnaire, and it's a free-form questionnaire. So any information you want to plug in for our AI assistant to consider in building tax plan, that's where you put in those information. You could even copy paste your meeting notes. The transcript of meeting notes can be plugged in here. And this information, the more information you uploaded, provided, and the more precise, personalized tax plan will be. And then you hit submit. In about 2 to 10 minutes, you will be getting a set of tax planning report. Okay, let's take a couple of samples. Okay, this is Bob tax plan, and Bob, we uploaded 2023-2024 tax return. Bob is a high net worth individual working for a tech company in California. He's looking to retire in 2 years. He has vested RSU. Okay, let's take a look at Bob's situation, personal information, tax situation, and he's also looking tax strategies, state tax strategies. He's based in California. Okay, let's take a look at the tax plan we generated for Bob. Okay, the first set of report is 2023 tax return analysis, 1040, and followed by the federal tax observation notes and the state observation notes. Okay, and this is the 2024 tax return analysis, followed by tax plan. We start with a comprehensive financial profile for this client, personal filing status, income, expenses, assets, liability, tax rate, tax situation, tax planning goals, other considerations. Okay, for this client, we generate about 15 strategies. And you can add it each strategy. And this is how we discuss each strategies. Everything is tailored to Bob's personal situation. So 529 planning for his daughter. So what the strategy is, what the strategy applies to him, and illustrative scenario. So we have federal, state, scenario modeling, and based on assumptions, right? Federal assumptions here, and then potential federal tax savings based on the assumptions. Okay. And after you review everything and you decide which strategy you want to present to Bob, you can select the strategy you think are most relevant to Bob, and you run the action plan. Okay. So I guess we selected other strategies previously. So we totally selected about 8 strategies and with the potential 2 million tax savings. Here's action plan. There are action plan steps for each strategy. And from here, you can export a client-facing report. Start with a disclaimer and select a strategy, action plan, and you're going to get 1-page strategy presentation for your client, where you present this like a brief discussion of the strategy, and that's when you start to work through with your client on what strategy applies to him or her, and how to implement the strategy. Okay, let's come back here. Task plan. This is kind of a workspace for professional user. This is the place that our AI research assistant look at as a research assistant, put the baseline task planning for you, and you review it, and you can follow up, build a additional scenario, or run projection. And then once you become comfortable, you can select strategy and present. So the client, the task plan space is your workspace, and the client report is the client-facing report. Okay. So let's say when you review the task plan and then you have some questions, right? You want to follow up on certain things, you want to research further, or you want to build additional projection. So that's where you go, and that's how you build additional planning. Okay. So this case, I did run a couple of scenario. One is Bob just found out he's going to be laid off in 3 months in 2026. He was initially thinking about retiring in 2 years, which is 2028, but now he just found out he's going to get laid off in 3 months in 2026. Can you run a projection for his 2026 tax? Okay, so based on the key assumption, there's scenario A. So layoff in 3 months, RSU still vest normally in 2026. And then if you have additional information from Bob, or severance package, and then any other expectations, that's where you can continue follow up with the AI assistant. Now, my next follow-up question is, because Bob is considering moving to low or no income tax state. If Bob wants to come out a little comparative table showing all the states, if he move there, how does his move impact the strategies? Okay, so here that's my prompt. List a couple of states of no or low income Bob might move to before his RSU vesting. Put a table to show the implications for each strategy. Each strategy column will be the state. So to give us Nevada, Texas, Florida, and Washington. Here's the information. And this client report, you can always come back to the task plan, and this task plan, you can update task plan. You can, like say, after you present to your client, and your client has follow-up question, and you want to come back and update the task plan, you can always reselect, or your client probably calling you and for one-off questions, that's where you with the AI assistant providing the year-round advisory service. Okay, so let's take a look at other sample. Okay, we can convert the meeting notes to task planning opportunities. So let's say you meet with a prospect and they have not decided they're gonna engage you yet, but you had a very productive initial meeting with them. You gather some information. Apparently, at this moment, they have not sent you tax return yet. And you got a meeting notes from Michael and Linda Chen. You can upload the meeting notes into the document, upload the session, or paste the meeting notes into the questionnaire. And after that, you can run a task plan for this client, prospective client. So in this case, there's no tax return, so there's no tax return analysis. We generate 15 potential tax saving opportunities for this prospective client. Another case I'd like to show is a business owner client. Okay, let's say you have a business owner client. They have 40 and 2 pass-through entity 1065. So you upload three tax returns, and you will get a holistic tax planning. So in this case, you have 2024 tax return analysis, and you have 2 years partnership summary, and then there is a tax plan. Okay, so let's take a look at the tax plan strategy we are suggesting in this case. Again, this is a little bit more complex case. The business owner client has 2 entities, and we want to make sure that our planning cover her or his business saving opportunities as well as his personal tax saving opportunities, right? So let's take a look. So it's QBI deduction and the rental QBI. Okay. The second entity is a rental entity. Is a property leased to the other entity. Okay, and there's S corp conversion, and there's business retirement plan, accountable plan, WTC, 163J, cost segregation, related party lease at risk, manage partner basis at risk. Okay, before distributions, charitable efficiency, bunching or DF, NIIT, SALT, CAP, estate planning, and gifting strategy. Okay, so you can tell like the strategy really range from personal and business, and just from the investment, retirement, charitable contribution to estate. Okay, and you can also create a menu strategy. If you have some menu strategy you don't see on this list, you can always plan that. So let's touch on a little bit about what's the differentiator of our product versus like software. There are several tax planning software tools out there in the CPA, tax, and financial advisory industry. There are existing tools out there. From what we've been seeing is there are three differentiators. Number one is when we build this product, we want to make sure this product requires minimum workflow effort for professional. So we call it a one-click tax planning, meaning you upload the information, you click, you are done. You are ready to review. We do not want professional users are spending hours, gathering the information, maneuver the workflow, or have to research on their own, right? So that's number one is one-click tax planning requiring minimum upfront effort. Number two is the versatile planning, comprehensive, holistic, versatile planning, meaning we can handle any documents. A lot of times the tax planning is not about tax return based planning. Tax return is a historical looking back, but a lot of folks are looking to like 2020, like current years. A lot of things happen 2025 years, so 2025, the current year. So the clients wants to make sure the tax planning reflect their current situation. So any document, any information can be built into the tax planning. So make sure it's forward-looking planning. Number three is we want to make sure that any clients, actually pretty much any clients with AGI over 250,000, there is opportunity for them to save money on taxes. So we want to make sure that we can convert any document, anything into tax planning opportunities. So not just tax return. So most of our software out there are tax return based. Our view is we want to kind of identify tax planning opportunity, anything from any document. It could be from a company's Wikipedia page, right? This is a company, we don't have their tax return. It's public traded company, but they have Wikipedia page. We grab this company, what is about this company, and then we can generate some very relevant strategies for this client. Okay, thank you for watching.